The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult content, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live at the Barbershop with your hosts, Nisha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop Podcast.
Yes, well, hello. We're back at it again. It's Friday. In the month of April. I honestly would wish this was April 1st. Because I feel like this is April Fool's, for real. And I hate beating a dead horse over and over again. But like the flyer said on the Live at the Barbershop site, it says, the plot thickens. Yes, sir, the plot thickens. The Smiths. It's a lot going on right now. So tonight, we have a bunch of different people jumping in on this one here. At first, I was gonna make it a man cave situation because tonight really is not about the Oscar situation. We already beat that down. It's not so much about the slapping and all that stuff. It's more like dissecting the situation as men. And I have the females on the panel also because I would love to hear their side of their perspective.
Yeah.
Because I've been on the street talking to a lot of females and I'm flabbergasted on what I've been hearing. So I want to see if we all are on the same page. Is it still going like men are for Mars, women are for Venus? And just trying to break down the situation of my biggest thing. I'm trying to figure out, and I'm quite sure a couple of other, I said it numerous times before on prior episodes. I think she's a narc.
Yeah, we talk about this.
I think she's a narc.
Behind the scene.
Straight out the gate. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna have a nice discussion tonight. For anyone that got to chime in via phone, 954-998-6564. 954-998-6564. That's the number to the shop, Live at the Barbershop. So let's get it cracking. I am your host for the night. My name is John. To the left of me is my man Madness from Tough Talk, Miami. How you do? What it do?
All is well, baby. All is well.
All the time. Next to him is my man Q. Always, all day. Yes, sir.
What's up? We're back in the shop, man. It's officially open, man.
And tonight, let me introduce everyone else on the panel right now. So, Of course, I got my girl Sassy in the building. Sassy's in the building. What up, Sassy?
Hey, fam.
Flesh in the flesh. Okay. I'm ready to hear what you got to say. But before I do that, let me bring the next one in. Aaliyah is in the building. What up?
Hello, everybody.
Yes. I want to hear what you got to say as well. Okay. Since I'm doing all the ladies, let me just bring my next guest in. Toya is in the building. Toya, what's up? Thank you for joining us. Right.
Tanya.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Excuse me. I don't have my glasses.
John, you better get that glasses.
I don't have my glasses. My bad. Okay. I got an excuse.
Welcome, Tanya.
Thank you.
Okay. Tanya was just giggling and laughing like I said it right. So
no, I didn't. I said Tanya.
Oh, my bad. Okay. All right. Your mic is up. Let me hear your mic for a minute. Can you? All right, just talk.
Just say check.
Just say John, you's a fool. Do you
Can
hear
you
us?
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay.
She polite. I like that. Next up, I got my man T. T is in the building from Tough Talk as well. T, what up? What up?
What up? What up?
I'm ready.
What
I'm
up,
ready.
y'all?
Yo, yo, yo.
And I'm gonna let you introduce the last guest because this is your partner. This is your man in them. So I'm gonna let you introduce him.
To the world out there, this is my homeboy Gil. Gil, what's good with you?
How you doing, everybody?
What's good, Gil?
Welcome.
And we're
All
here.
right.
It seems like we're on an even playing ground right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
let's just jump right in it. Let's just jump.
Hold on, right fast, John. Magus forgot to introduce Gil. He has his own podcast. So just let
word.
everybody know
Okay.
his Gil podcast. You forgot to mention that, man.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
you gotta
hold
throw
on.
that in there too.
Let me let Gil
appreciate
introduce his own podcast. Gil, what's up? What's the name of the
plug that,
podcast?
Gil.
So the podcast is called the Gil Podcast, and essentially the podcast is about me as a content creator helping other people create their own content. I also provide services as far as like consultations, photography, podcast productions. So if you want to know anything about that, you can listen to the podcast and learn something.
Sounds great.
Love.
We'll definitely post that. All right, so let's jump right into it. So, everyone, of course, by now, you've already heard the whole situation with the Will Smith, Chris Rock slapping Oscar situation. We're not going to really dive too much into beating the dead horse on that. Right? The reason why we posted as the plot thickens is because everyone's been waiting to see what Chris Rock was going to do. Now, recently at a show that he had, everyone was waiting on him to talk about it.
Yeah.
He kept saying, yo, he's good with it. Just let Will be, you know, he's not going to press any charges or anything. The police was also waiting on that because they were like, look, we're ready to go. As soon as you tell us to go, we're good.
Yeah.
He said he's going to let it be. Recently, something came out on Media Takeout reporting that Chris Rock now has been spotted at this law firm in New York called White Shoe Law Firm. So now everyone is thinking now like, whoa. So it seems like he was keeping it on the low and now is deciding that maybe we can pursue something, whether it be going after the Oscars or going after Will Smith itself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go around the room on that one and then we'll go deeper into everything else. What's your thought on that? Is he right for doing that?
Well, I mean, right now it's just speculation. That's my take.
Okay.
We don't know why he was
Right.
Yeah.
doing, it could be something relationship-wise. No.
Yeah.
I saw a meme one day. It said, what was it? The broke is saying sue Will. The woke is saying sue the Oscar.
I don't know. For me, I just look at it everything on a street perspective. Like,
Yeah.
if it happened to me, well, one, he wouldn't have walked off. We'd have been fighting. That's one.
Yeah.
Two, if I didn't do anything there and then, as far as to press charges or do anything like that, it's already deaded on my part.
Yeah.
Because it's either I'm just gonna handle it right there. If I didn't handle it and I'm still pissed off about something, I'm gonna press charges right there on the spot. I'm not gonna go home weeks later and all that.
Retaliate.
I just do things on the street perspective,
Level.
half of
Yeah.
things. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal thing. So Q.
Yeah, my personal thought on it is just maybe speculation about the law firm situation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my pick on it.
All right. Aaliyah. Your mic on.
Your mic on?
Yo, is that
Are you asking me what I would do in that situation?
yeah, we went around the room, dude. What you saying?
If somebody walked up and slapped me,
Oh, please.
it's gonna be lawsuit city.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take the slap, but I'm gonna be paid after.
Yep,
Okay.
I agree.
Doesn't matter whether you guys have worked together before or you know each other slightly. Anything of that nature doesn't matter.
You know how they say, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
Okay.
You mean run me my money? Simple as
That's
that.
it. There's always, I mean, that's the perfect platform for a settlement.
Yep, run me my money. That's a quick
Settlement negotiations. Here we go.
Right.
Hey, you hear
All
the
right.
females that
So
gotta go get that
this
back.
is the reason why I'm going this way. All right,
Yeah,
Tanya,
go
let me hear your perspective on it.
The female gotta get the bag.
Or your mic. See if it's plugged in. Or maybe check your thing to see if you're muted.
We're gonna move to some.
It's probably muted on the screen.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think it's easy to say what we will and won't do if we're not in that situation. Hypothetically speaking, yeah, I'm suing. But considering they have a history, and I think Chris Rock took the approach to where he's going to think before he reacts. And that was a shock for him and everybody else. Me personally, I would have sued. But again, it's easy to say what we would have done when we're not in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold that, what we call stick a pin right there on that part that you said, how Chris Rock basically is saying took the high road. I'm gonna hold that part right there. But all right, Sassy, your point.
Yeah, I'm going for the settlement.
Sassy, I know Sassy, she a bag grabber. So,
but think about it, it's a perfect platform. I mean, they look for us to react to each other in a terrible way in public all the time. So for him not to press charges, that's another bag right there.
Okay.
Number one, you paying me for slapping me, plus for me not pressing charges, we gonna up it even more. Yeah, why not? I mean, Chris technically just came out of a divorce. He got to reestablish himself somewhere.
Oh, I forgot about
a little
that.
bit more financially. Come on, that's for his girl. He probably just put that right to his daughters.
Okay.
Well, all right. So, all right, Gil, go ahead. Let me hear your point. The male perspective now.
I can't speak. I've never been in a situation like that. It's just unprecedented to be in front of the world and be humiliated like that. But to me, I feel like Chris Rock was trying to secure the bag by trying to be as politically correct as possible by not retaliating, like being so reserved in that environment and in that situation. He's basically trying to secure the, what do you call it, Zootopia 2, whatever movie he was in, just showing that he's like, if anything happens to him, he's that dude where he'll be calm and collected. That's my point.
Right.
All right, let me ask everyone this, okay? Take away all the Oscar situations, the baggies and everything like that. We're just talking on a street level or a reaction situation, okay? Let's talk about a reaction time situation. Okay, all right, before I get into that, I got one more late runner, but he's a brother from another mother. I got my man Black Republican in the building. Come and join us, please.
Yo.
What up?
Black Republican.
You got an echo on your end, so see if you can figure that out. You recording or something? That's you with the little kids in the background? Okay. So, let's go back to this now. So, aside from all the bags and the future movies and the blah, 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 you being a black man, let's just go there. You being a black woman, okay? Someone walks up to you and slaps you. You telling me now, you got enough time to process it in your mind to say, you know what, Zootopia, money, bag, I ain't gonna do nothing. Let me just chill. Hey, look, he smacked me. Oh, this is great for tea. No, I don't think so. I don't really think so. I think each and every one of us, your immediate reaction. I think what happened with Chris Rock, he got caught off guard. Not only that, but I think when he saw him coming up, he actually probably thought he was coming to do some joke situation or something.
Yeah.
Because he came up to him and he was still joking to the fact that he smacked him so hard, his body shift. And when he came back, if you look, he still had his hand like on his side to his back. And it's almost like you're looking at it like, yo, that's crazy.
Did this really happen?
Right, because that's why a lot of people thought maybe it was a setup. Mm-hmm. It was a stage situation, like they're acting or something just to bring some joke to this, or maybe they thought people are sleeping in the audience, they just gonna wake them up. Because nowhere on earth,
a dude is gonna walk
like right now, Tanya, I don't even know you like that, but I know right now if I came, you friends with Aaliyah? Okay, bow. You're not gonna sit here and just take that and just be like,
No.
okay, right or wrong. Okay,
No, definitely not.
So
Will was working from so far.
So that's the thing why I'm saying I think when it came to Chris Rock's part,
yeah,
a lot of people thinking he took the high road or took it because he didn't want to disrupt it because it was the first time blacks were actually producing the Oscars and all this other stuff. I don't think you can process all that fast enough to how fast that thing happened.
He was just surprised.
He was just surprised, caught off guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He does have a he's been diagnosed recently with what they call nonverbal disorder, nonverbal learning disorder.
Wow.
So he doesn't pick up on
Asperger's,
like body
right?
cues. Yeah, it's like right before the Asperger's spectrum. But he doesn't pick up on social cues as quickly as most people would. So that might be part of why he had that delayed reaction.
I think like John said, I don't think he expected to be smacked at that moment.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
Hey, John.
During the location.
Yo, T.
Hey, man, you forgot to ask me what I would have.
Oh, man. No, you know what? No. You know what?
Damn, man. Hey, you know what, man?
No, my bad, player. No, my bad. No, you know why? The logo got me thrown off right now. The logo, it just seems like it's the logo in the middle of everyone.
Hey, you already know where I'm at. You know I'm busy right now. You know,
I know.
Can't show my face.
My bad. I would never do that to you. Come on. All right, T, go ahead.
Well, with the lawsuit, I wouldn't sue Will. If we had history and we did business together, I wouldn't sue him because I know he did it because of her. He didn't really want to do it, but I know he did it because of her, and I would not hold him accountable for that. But I will sue the Oscars though because y'all need better security. That man shouldn't ran up on me and slapped me. Like, come on, man. Right. So that's what I would have did.
See, did he really do it? Did he really do it for Jada?
Oh, that okay. Let's
well,
go.
You know
there.
what?
Let's
okay,
go there.
I don't think he did it.
T, do some push-ups. Do some push-ups. Let's go there.
Hold on,
Let's go there.
Hold on. All right.
He did it for Jada.
I know Aaliyah got something, but he probably didn't because I think he probably really did it because the mental state and him looking like a chump. But
he's just over
it for her.
Well, he's been, but you got to remember he's been embarrassed for the last 2 years with her.
Yeah.
And I just felt like
all his life.
Yeah, and I just felt like he got tired of it.
I'm not gonna let y'all sit here and talk about Will like that.
No, Will. Hey, listen,
my boy,
but
listen.
Right
Hold on. Listen,
the man of the
personally, me, I'm not watching Bad Boys no more because I can't look at Mike Lowry the same. I'm not watching Bad Boys no more. Will Smith, he ruined that for me.
Cut it out.
I'm serious. Mike Lowry is done.
Was it the crying?
That's not Mike Lowry. The crying and personally me, I would have divorced her 2 years ago, got rid of her.
You wouldn't have did nothing. You don't know what you
crazy.
Done.
I would have got rid of her. Listen, you already know on my podcast, I tell men if she cheat or do anything, you get rid of them.
Oh my God.
You get rid of them.
That is bad advice. You're giving bad
That's not bad advice because
is.
Men should not put up with whole activity.
How you know your woman ain't cheating now?
Because I'm doing my job and I know nobody ain't cheating on me.
That does not mean that a person is not.
Oh, you know what? All right, here we go. This is how I know. For a woman to love you, she have to respect you first. And my wife respects me. So anywhere it go, I know she's not cheating on me.
There is no way. There is no way that you can absolutely.
I ain't put the bag on nobody.
Someone is doing that's certain. No way.
You are correct.
And for you to think like that, you need to put your ego to the side.
I know how my household is ran. I run my house.
That's all dudes ask for, and we ask for respect. That's all we need. Respect.
Respect. That's it. And as long as I'm getting respect in my house, I know what's going on.
We good.
So now, all right, for the females, because I knew this was gonna come. So for the females now, so you're honestly saying that Jada had played no part in this situation. With now, mind you, she didn't whisper in his ear and tell him to get up and go do it. But we all know the mental situation and how she got him wrapped around her finger she ain't got to talk. She just gave him that look. And the look alone was like, yo.
I don't even know if he saw the look.
No, he saw the look.
Yeah.
The whole world saw the look.
The camera
He saw
turned.
the look.
The look is.
And let me tell you, if he didn't react, he was gonna get more when he got home. He already know what time it is.
Yeah.
So if he didn't,
How do
go
you know
do
what's going on in them people's house?
Listen,
What's going on in them people's house?
She created a platform to
Red
let the
table,
world know
watch
what's
the
going
red
on.
table, and you know what's going on.
She's been running the show over there for years.
How do we know that he's not under bondage at home?
By her.
he probably is under bondage, but that's a whole nother subject right
That's
there.
the whole point. That's my whole point. You don't know what's going on in people's households, so you
Listen.
can say like
What?
how.
Hold on. How can you say we don't know what's going on in Will and Jada house when it's around the red table
Every day. They invited the world in.
Those people are actors. They act for a living.
What?
They're actors. They act for a living.
All right, listen. You
And
must
you buying into the acting.
You a fan.
That's what it is.
I'm a fan of what?
A fan of Will Smith and Jada or something. You a full out Matrix fan.
Because I'm being politically correct about the situation. That
Politically
makes me a fan.
correct about what though? What
About
what?
what you don't know and what you know about what you can say.
Okay, we're evaluating what we know from what we've seen and heard from them.
From what you've seen and heard, but that does not make it true. That's
Okay,
all I'm
well,
saying.
who's to blame for that then? So if
get
you
the
gave
truth
us the
from?
information and we just put it right back in, who's to
Have
blame?
you ever heard of? Have you ever heard of people give you only what they want you to know, and what they don't want you to know, they don't give to you.
And at the end of the day, also, this industry that you're in, be prepared because this is what you wanted. That's how has always been it for the entertainment world. You can't be an entertainer now and you put all this information out to everyone. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for red table. We didn't ask for hear nothing about August. We didn't ask to hear none of your what's the word she used? Entanglement.
But let me play devil advocate here for a second. What about the on the white side where it comes to the Kardashians, where they essentially quite literally do the same thing? Would you say that the Smith family is just trying to create controversy to get more ratings and views on the Red Table Talk? Maybe this is all a ploy just to get attention?
I think on both ends, that's what it is. Ultimately, in business, that's always going to be what it is. If it's an opportunity to make money, you're going to take it.
Nah, I kind of disagree on that one.
I disagree.
I disagree. See, the Kardashians, those are vultures.
People ain't even making the money that they making, and they taking opportunities. If they can make $500 doing something stupid on the internet, they doing it.
But listen, at the end of the day, all right, look, I think with Will and Jada, they in their I'm gonna say her mainly. I think in her mind, right? In her narco mind.
So y'all always want to bash the woman.
I'm not.
Listen, she's a narc.
I'm talking about the controller.
Definitely.
Be careful. Be careful.
The controller.
I don't think Will is really a victim here. They might both be narc. They both might
We're
be
saying that Will's a
narcissistic.
victim. Who said he's a victim?
But he's painting a picture as if Jada is in
I ain't even
control
finished.
of everything to the point to where Will is basically her puppet.
Oh shit!
Yes, he is a puppet.
All right,
You ain't see the video where
let me just finish my point.
Hold on.
The thing what I'm saying right now is you got to understand something. Jada already know. Look, the whole Tupac situation that has always been in the background from ever since, right? She liked them.
I can't hear.
Yeah.
Oh, you lost? Can you hear us?
No, she said no.
Okay.
She might have to exit and come back in. Maybe exit and come back in.
Yeah, exit out and cut off and come back. All right, but
Oh wait, let me chat her. All right.
Everyone else is good.
See, you still good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
So going back to the whole thing with the Tupac situation and everything, yo, she is still stuck on that situation. It's apparent that Jada is from that environment. She understands that environment. Whatever happened with her and Will, why she, I guess, settled or whatever. Because if you happy, You don't have to keep bringing up somebody. And if you never really had any relationships with the two, you that dumbfounded about a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I have enough female friends that I adore, but if I got a girlfriend, I'm not worried about them. So at the end of the day, when I'm saying, if you gonna look at me and tell me that Jada don't have no, I don't want to use no foul words, but she's mind effing them, okay? She know what she's doing. She knows how much this man adores her and wants to win her affection, wants her so much. This man does everything that he possibly can do. He talked about throwing a 40th birthday for her, went all out. I think he said he planned it for like 3 years or 2 years or something like that. I mean, come on, you know us.
Yeah,
ain't none of us even planning a weekend for nobody. You know what I'm talking? You talking about 2, 3 years?
But I mean, just listening to Jada's, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Listening to Jada's explanation on that point was that it was all for Will's ego. And you gotta admit, when the guy has all that money, all the fuck he got is ego. He has the whole world. He's gonna try to feed that ego as much as he can. Look what I did for Jada. Look what I did. Look what I did. And at some point, following Will Smith's career on YouTube, he essentially made the whole thing about him. I'm jumping the Grand Canyon. I'm doing this.
That's it.
That's what we was going to get to.
Thank you very much, Gil, for clearing that up. Thank you.
Yeah.
But what we were going to get to is the mere fact, like when Sassy said, and when you was asking her, you're saying he's a victim. What we're trying to establish now, are we dealing with two narcos, just on two different levels?
Yeah.
Don't try to make it like... Don't try to throw it in.
All right, I got
all before it was.
Hold on.
She's a narc. Now you want to
hold
come
on. Can I say something right fast?
Jada is definitely a narcissist.
All right, let me say something right fast.
Go ahead, T.
I got a couple things. I think Jada is a narcissist for sure.
Thank you.
True.
Also, Will is not the victim.
I think you're a narcissist too.
Okay.
And
that's
you're
fine.
definitely a narco.
That's fine. And society should not. Well, anybody should not be praising Jada because she is a hoe. You do not praise a hoe. Ho. You do not praise a hoe. A hoe is the same thing as a man that is broke, stay with his mom, no job, play PlayStation all day, and smoke weed. It's the same thing.
What makes Jada
Hey, hold on.
Hold on. I'm finna tell you right now why it makes her a hoe. Because
T, don't say hoe, say garden too.
Okay, we're gonna say 304. Makes her 304 is the stuff that she does to what she did. She slept with August Alsina, first of all.
While they were separated.
What's the definition of a hoe?
While they were separated.
While they were separated?
Yes.
Separated?
Yes,
No.
Were they divorced?
No,
they were separated.
Legally separated.
And he was messing with somebody else, and she was too.
Hold on.
Fellas. Hold on.
That's the narc in them. That's the narc in them.
Hold on, I just
we do not have proof that he was messing with somebody else. But
he said it. You ain't read his book yet. He said it. It's in his book. Go read his book, Will.
I am not reading. Hold on, Sassy. I am not reading a wimp like his book. I'm not reading his book.
It'll give you a better understanding of their dynamic.
That's a simp guy.
You're right.
You gotta read it.
You do not. I cannot look up to a wimp like him, man.
You're not looking up to him, but
he is not.
You're learning more about this dynamic.
I don't even want his words in my head at all.
What kind of dude walk up to a man, slap him, and go back to your seat to cry? You're a wimp.
He didn't go back to his seat to cry.
What did he do?
Oh, he waited until he got back on the stage.
Listen, a lot of men do things and they be begging women later. It's the same type of thing.
Because that's control.
You go do what you want to do, and then when you mess up, then you come back.
It's a lack of self-control.
Crying. And that's
there you go,
it.
there you
So
go.
that doesn't make you a simp because you're crying or because you show emotion. That doesn't make you a simp.
Yes, it is.
Yes, you can show emotion, but losing yourself is bad.
Yeah, losing yourself as a man.
That still doesn't make you a simp.
No, it's not a simp. It's not a simp. He's
we can't justify the action of what.
All right, Leah.
Not to be
Leah,
justified.
let me give you this analogy.
But
Let me give you this
everybody
analogy.
is human, and we all do make human mistakes.
Let me give you this. Let me give you this analogy real quick.
Men should not
He
be
cried
vulnerable.
around the red table also.
Men should not be vulnerable.
Let me give you this. Let me give this analogy.
Hold on
real
a minute.
quick.
Let him talk.
Would you rather trust a car that has straight alignment, you can drive on the road straight and you can trust it and it's reliable, or would you trust a car that is unreliable and wobbly? That's the equivalent of what he did, essentially, losing himself. No self-control at all. That's dangerous, unpredictable. Yeah. You don't want to be with anybody like that, especially with somebody with that type of power. It's scary. And to just cry afterwards and play the victim.
But how many times do we not? You only saying that because he's on a platform. If he was an everyday person and he did that, you would.
If he was an everyday person, I would have quite frankly ignored his existence. He would not exist to me because somebody like that has no regard for anybody else. So why should I have regards for that person?
And you know what?
Can just
That's my whole
up.
point. In the same aspect, you still have to look at people, no matter what platform they are on. They are still human.
No, Aaliyah.
They are still human, and they still make human mistakes.
Aaliyah.
Hey T, hold on. Before hold on 1 minute before we go any further. Aaliyah, your dog is throwing me off that little squeaky toy in the back. That's simple right there. Can you just put the dog in the cage for something, please?
And you know what? What I'm saying?
Hold on. I want y'all to notice something.
He's depressed.
Hold on. I want y'all to notice something. See what I'm talking about? Narcos. I just asked her to put the little squeaky toy away. You see what the narco did? She just smiled. She smiled. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Because that's control.
Me?
That's control. You see what I'm saying? She still got the dog. She still got the dog. The dog's name is Will. She still got the dog doing what she wanted to do in the background. Next, go ahead. Just want to point that out.
No. What I was saying is about Will. Will should not. No man should be vulnerable like that in front of the world. Should not.
Top comment right there.
Vulnerable.
You got to read some of these comments.
Read this comment.
Should
Being
be
happy,
vulnerable,
making jokes, and going to work every day is also a sign of depression. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's my girl there, Leandra. She's dope.
Can she call in?
Don't take it down.
Leandra, call in.
Don't take it down. I want to read this. Meditate on it a little bit. I'm depressed.
But in his book, he self-describes himself as a people pleaser.
Wow.
So, you know, according to him, growing up, his role was to make everybody happy around him.
Oh.
So that's probably what we're seeing.
And look where it got him.
Gil, the young lady thinking it's your people because I don't. She do therapist because I maybe.
You need therapy. You need therapy, Q.
I'm going through a divorce, but I'm happy. It's not. I don't think that has nothing to do with that.
Well, you're not.
You need evaluation, Q.
Yeah, it's a different. Sometimes Yeah. You happy to just get out of jail? You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. So
Will reminds me of a cuck, man. Hands down.
Yeah, man.
Remind me of a cuck.
Will is a bitch, bro. I hate to say it, bro. He is, bro.
Really?
He is.
Yeah. What makes him that?
Crying in front of America
because he human emotion.
No composure at all.
No, this.
The list is long.
Yeah, the list is long.
And see, that's why
you do not. When somebody does something that makes one mistake in front of people, how
no. First of all, as a man,
one mistake is made. But if somebody look into your life and seeing the things that you do, it would be very judgmental.
No, you do not. As a man, you do not. I don't care who you are. I don't care what anybody says. You do not cry in front of America. And you do not sit there and tolerate disrespect.
Nothing wrong with crying.
Wait.
But
you cry in the dark. You cry in the dark.
Yeah.
And you do not tolerate disrespect from a woman at all. You do not tolerate that. That should not be tolerated.
Listen,
no. You do not tolerate that.
He cried at the Oscar. He cried
the very ones that be tolerating it at home.
That's kind of scary, T.
Every time he sits down, he cries. He takes an interview, he cries. He sits around the red table, he cries. goes to the aspect.
Well, see, all right.
He's too emotional, man.
Well, let's go back to the red table since you bringing that up. And T, I know you're gonna agree with me on this. First of all, I got a wife that, now let's break it down for all the females, the Will Smith fans. Okay, let's break it down to a science now. Let's break it down to a science. I got a wife that I don't even know how he found out, whether she told him or he found out from how the same way.
Well, they in the same house. Hello.
I'm just saying, hold on. Because look, no. There were things. August himself said he was in multiple houses with her that they own. And so she could be shifting him around and he would probably not even know what's going on. But let's take it back. He's a friend of her son. Okay, that's violation number one. Okay.
You
this
remember
kid
how
got
they
some
got
sort of
linked up, though?
Huh?
You remember how they got linked up?
Yeah, well, she said because he was sick and she's trying to nurse him back to health.
Mental health.
Okay, right. So here comes the narco part of it again. But okay.
Oh, come on.
I'm not gonna pull that word in no more. I'll leave the narco word out.
Manipulated him under his mental.
So now you have a person that's going. My wife now is telling me she cheated on me. It was a what's the word again? Entanglement, right? I should know it by now, right?
With a little boy.
Entanglement, and she's laughing about it.
With a little boy.
It's a joke. First of all, me as a man, I'm not coming on your show to discuss none of your entanglement, nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Just me as a man. You telling me to come on your show now, and I'm supposed to sit here and take this embarrassment that you got me in. And then on top of that, you're turning it into a jokey joke situation. And then now for him, he's sitting there giggling and going along with it. You know what she's looking at him as? Because unfortunately, again, most narcs, when they see that they got you like that, they going deeper on you. Okay?
No, but
they're going
how
deeper.
Do we know, hey, John, but how do we not know that Will essentially started this entanglement thing, him being in Hollywood?
Thank you.
Can't even help resist other
No,
women.
remember,
I'm not even gonna say no.
Will
I'm not gonna say no. You know the
Margot
difference.
Robbie.
The difference is.
Said it, then it would have
hold
been a
on.
problem.
I'm not saying no, but even if he did, you know the difference. We don't know about it.
We do know. There's plenty of rumors out there. There's a lot of rumors,
but that's
what
it's
just
said.
It's
rumors.
more.
He never confirmed none of these things, though. The
only one he confirmed was the Margot Robbie.
The chick on the boat.
What is he doing?
And at that point, when the chick on the boat situation, that's when he was like, yo, they had their separation movement.
And you know what, too, John? Hey, Gil. And he didn't take her on national TV and announce that he had sex with other women.
And then he didn't take her on no extra shows.
Let me stop that right there. Here's the thing.
You cannot justify what she did, bro. She took that man on a podcast and embarrassed him on national TV. You do not do your husband like that, dude. You do not.
No, but the thing is, let me say this right here. Society right now, if a man were to do it, it's okay. If a woman were to do it, she's a whore. That's all it is. That's why she had to go on national TV and try to save face, essentially.
Men and women are not the same. We are not the same, bro. We are different.
Thank you, Shaz.
I say this all the time. We are not the same. We could do stuff that women can't do. I mean, we could do stuff that that women can't do, and we can't do a lot of stuff that women can do. If we are not the same, dude, we can't justify being a female being a hoe like that, dog. That's terrible to her husband. You don't do that, man. That's terrible, man. We can't accept that.
I think we are the same.
That,
I think when it comes to relationships, it's two parties, right? The husband and the wife. You come to agreements, you're equal. You do something bad, it's just as bad as she's doing it. It's the same thing.
Standing ovation.
It's not the same, dude. It's not the same.
In the agreement of the marriage, you are the same because you're on books, and that's your contract.
In the marriage, 50-50.
You and another. But biology,
marriage 50-50 player.
And see, this is why.
But here's one of the biggest thing though: is women are more. They're more on the nurturing level. They're more empathetic.
Not true.
When it comes down to
not true.
Things.
I got to stop you right there.
That's not always true.
That's not all women.
It depends on how they're raised.
No, we
actually we learn empathy from our fathers. Children learn empathy from their fathers.
Empathy. That's how they kill their children. That's how they do other things. Some women don't even have that.
That's the role of the father. The role of the father is actually to teach the children empathy, believe it or not. We always think that it comes from the mother, but it actually comes from the father.
Yeah, because the father wants to protect his daughter against the world.
Yes, women are the nurturers, bro. Always been like that since the beginning of the time. It never changed. Never changed.
It is. See what she said?
It is 100, 100.
It's
Absolutely
100.
correct.
Quick question: Who here's married? Who's here's married?
Used to be.
I am
married.
I was married.
I'm divorced.
Used to be.
I'm divorced.
It's a different type of understanding. Like you have to understand, you guys are equal.
Marriage is not 50-50, bro. It's not 50-50.
No,
that's what she said.
No, she said she said it's 100-100. We're all
No,
equal.
I ain't talking. No, I'm not talking about the marriage.
It should be 100-100.
It should be.
Should.
Aaliyah, Candyman.
It's not.
It's not, bro. Hey, listen.
Candyman.
It should be 100, but unfortunately, these days, a lot of marriages are competitive rather than companionship. And then that's where you find a lot of tit for tat. And then it comes out of the house and is on the street and is on television. The tit for tat in a lot of these marriages, unfortunately.
Right now with the Will Smith thing, are you seeing tit for tat? Because I'm not seeing that.
You don't see it?
One-sided.
No, we don't.
One-sided.
No, we don't.
Okay, this dude get up and defend his wife, and what was her remarks on that?
He didn't defend her, in my opinion. In my opinion, he didn't defend her. He just
she said she didn't need
he didn't.
So what he did?
He didn't defend her. All he saw was like, oh crap, I guess I got to do this. That's what I saw.
He defended his ego.
He defended his ego.
But here's the thing, though. If he was defending his ego, he would have sat there and kept laughing.
Yes.
It's until he looked to his left
and
she's like, really? That's when he got up.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you how it's his ego. He's like, oh, this is what Tupac would have done, so let me just do that. That's his ego.
Will Smith did not say that, bro. He did not say what Tupac would have.
He didn't say it, but to me, that's what I saw.
No, that's reaching on that point because here's the thing: regardless of what,
to do with that, I think it was just the world on his shoulders. Like y'all said, he's been demasculated by not only his wife but the world. Number one.
No. His wife, not the world.
The world. You're doing it now. You sitting there calling him a bitch, a punk, because he crying. You're doing it too.
It's his wife. His wife.
Not all of that.
His wife should have
It's
never.
not just his wife though. It's his fellow black men, like you were just doing 5 minutes ago.
Now, Tanya, this is all based on his actions, though.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And you
every person on this panel has done something that they are not proud of. Period.
Sure.
Period.
Here's the thing, though. Will's always putting himself out there as the humble black brother, right? The leader, the role model. But he built, but a lot of his brand, he built on that humble dude, the friend of everybody type shit. If that was the reality of Will, right? And this is why I don't defend his actions on this. I don't defend it at all. Will could have went up there. He knows. Denzel spoke to him earlier before the thing. You get what I'm saying? It's an all-black production on the show. He's up for an award because he got nominated. Your homie for 30 plus years that put you on a lot of shit is up there doing his job by cracking jokes because that's what he does. You get what I'm saying? If a Jewish dude, Spanish dude, white dude was up there and he started cracking jokes and he mentioned Jada, would Will have went up there and slapped him? He probably
yes.
He probably
because it didn't have.
I really don't think so.
But it has happened. It had happened.
At all.
It has happened.
I think it
but
was
here's why I disagree with that. Will could have went up there, whispered in his ear, you know what I'm saying, said something. That's the reason why Chris Rock is leaning. Because if you're on stage and you're on camera, if somebody's coming to you and you doing something on stage and you're in production, you're gonna lean to hear if they're trying to say something to you. So he leaned forward thinking Will's coming to say something to him. And what does Will do? Slap him in his face, turn around and walk off, and then you gonna
smile.
He could have leaned in and said, my brother, that joke was mad disrespectful. You know, my wife's going through something right now. I need you to apologize on that. You get what I'm saying? And if Chris had joked it off and never apologized and say, you know, my bad about that, blah, 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 then Will could have took it up behind the scene. But he went up there, attacked his own brother on stage. 30 plus years of putting you on in the game. Will Smith wouldn't have been in the game if it wasn't for Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, and everybody else that paved the road for him. Whether it's his wife or not, a man, especially a man that put himself in that position, will put himself in that position. I ain't put him in that position. Will put himself up there. So if you're gonna be up there, play the part.
What if it was a Dave Chappelle?
And say what somebody should have done.
If it wasn't for Will's name and his image that all y'all view him as,
they were in that position,
nobody would be protecting.
They would do what the fuck they want to do.
Nobody would be protecting Will like this.
Hold on.
But listen to what you just said.
Hold on. Let me let Jada finish.
So you don't think that in itself is a reason why it was not personal, that it was not about Chris, that it was something a lot deeper going on with him? Listen to
regardless of what,
you don't take
regardless of what, he should have walked away from
you don't
that.
take it to that.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. He did.
No, but and that's why he's getting reprimanded right now, and he's in the 100% wrong of how he handled that situation. As an adult, as a man, that is not how you handle a situation.
Facts.
You're in the business.
How many adults
if Will was
but here's the thing. Right now.
No, but here's the thing. If Will was
with
a street
women,
dude, if Will was a street dude, and that's the image he put himself out there as, then okay, you say, yo, he's just being Will. You feel me? But that's like if you look at a pastor and the pastor's running up and down on the stage, right? He's telling you about family, he's telling you about believing in God, all this. Next, you know, you find out pastor touching up boys in the back. You're gonna say, oh, pastor was just going through something. Hell nah. You're gonna snatch pastor up, beat his ass outside, and toss him out the church. Or you just don't come back to that church at all.
So
let me play.
Will, so you're telling me you hold Will in high regards as a pastor? That's your fault.
No, I'm talking about the image he put out. Will's brand
doesn't matter.
Will's brand is his.
Let's say this.
How much money Will make off his image?
Let me play Jada's advocate real quick.
I'm blaming
than being human.
Hold on.
If you put any person on a platform higher than being human, that is your fault.
No, I didn't say that though. I said Will put himself there, and that's the reason why he's being judged.
Everybody is capable
you don't put
of
yourself
doing any and everything, whether it be from killing somebody, stabbing somebody, choking somebody, lying to somebody. Everybody are on an even playing ground. We are all human. There's no person on this earth that you should be saying, oh, well, he shouldn't have did that. And I would have did this and he shouldn't have did it. There's some stuff that you probably be doing that he wouldn't have done.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You
have the same access as that same human being. You have the same access as that same human being.
We're not talking about access. Access has nothing to do with
as a human.
Access has nothing to do with
integrity. Let me play Jada's advocate real quick.
He'll contradict himself too.
So let's play Jada's advocate real quick. Yeah. Will Smith has quite literally been famous his whole entire life. And what Aaliyah was trying to say is, you know, what man won't be able to do that? Can we literally consider him like child celebrities like that to have gone through atrocities, emotional trauma? He's been a celebrity almost his whole entire life. He's been catered everything. So how can you really expect him to actively, accurately emote? I'm just playing
the time.
But honestly, he has not, because if you listen to what Sassy said and read his book, it will give you details about his life and his childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could tell. All right, look, from his father's situation with his mother, we could tell there's going to be some off situation.
That's a lot of
everybody has off
around. Just because he's smiling,
nobody is perfect.
No, we're not saying he's perfect. We're not saying no.
I'm saying everybody. People talk about people's childhood. People talk about. They can say, is nobody in this world that lives on this earth has had a perfect childhood, and if they say they did, they're lying.
Nah, we all know that. But at the end of the day,
so it's you have to cut out being the judgmental part in the situations.
But at the end of the day, look,
judging a person based off of what they should do and how they should do it, or what only based off of how you seen them and how you perceive their life. That's your perception. There's somebody with a whole different angle with a whole different perception.
Well, let's look at it like this. There's a lot of other entertainers in Hollywood, right? Let's take Ice Cube. Just take him. Ice Cube been in this business since the 80s, right? late 80s, going into the 90s. Have you ever heard any situation, anything in the news, anything of any sex, any drugs, rock and roll outside of the group NWA? Have you heard anything? None of y'all can't say nothing.
No.
All right. So now let's move now.
Wasn't nobody looking. Who was looking?
Let's see. Here we go. All right, Jada.
See what I'm trying to say, though.
Were you looking for anything?
Right.
The reason why
I'm just giving you. I'm giving you.
And up until now, you never heard anything about Will either.
That's my whole point.
Were
you actively looking for something?
Jada. Hold on, Jada. Hold on. The thing what I'm saying right here, again, you have some of the co-hosts from the same show. From the same show. Okay? That we still ain't heard no time. Now, that's not to say they're not doing some whack job situations like him too, right? But right now, they keeping their business private. Plain and simple. Now, everybody know Hollywood is whacked out to begin with.
Wait, y'all forgot that Aunt Viv came and spoke out about him? Y'all forgot about that?
Who?
What's her
the
name?
mother you talking about?
Yeah. Aunt Viv, the first lady that played Aunt Viv.
Right. So going back to what Gil said,
she came out and basically said that he harassed her.
Yeah.
And he lied about how she left the show, and she was basically blackballed by him talking smack about her in the industry.
We know he's human.
But that's the point where we was all trying to get to. Like, all right, so I agreed with it. I think you agreed with it. I'm not too sure. Q, I know, said it, and Black said it. The narco half of things, right? So now with Will, knowing that he can control everything on that set. Without him, they have no show.
It wasn't even just a set. It wasn't just a set. It goes within the industry.
At a young age, he can control things. Now the difference is now he met his match, except she has a bigger control situation over him, a mental state.
And hence the
for him now, he got to look for approval from Sir give me a name for her. Sir Set It Off or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Because without her, he can't breathe at the end of the day.
Where is these facts?
No. Where's your facts?
I don't know if these to be true.
I'm just trying to figure out where.
Where your facts at?
Can you please direct me to
where your facts
at? Says this.
Yeah, so I have a question. It's either for Black or Gil because I don't want to get the date wrong. I feel like it was 2016, but I may be wrong. What year was it that Jada, quote unquote, boycotted the Oscars?
16, yeah.
That was 2016.
16.
What was the slap at then? There was no slap. And the reason I say this is because if I'm not mistaken, Chris Rock was also the host on He said his exact words was,
"You wasn't invited."
You wasn't invited. You know, how you boycotting something that you wasn't even invited to? I mean, if anything was worthy of a slap, right? We should have got
that was worse. That was a lot worse.
Yo, but
that was the first. Crazy. That was the first offense.
Where was the slap, punch, kick, and all of that?
None of that.
When Alcina was still up in the house, even after the news was broken.
Yeah, there weren't none of that. And he's back.
That has nothing to do with anything because that's the arrangement that they have.
And second of all, how y'all gonna tell somebody when they should slap and when they shouldn't?
Oh, okay.
Aliyah, you think he would slap a Dave Chappelle?
I don't know what he would slap a Dave Chappelle. I'm saying.
No.
How you gonna tell somebody when it's relevant for them?
Would he have slapped Aries Spears though?
Nobody tell you
would he have slapped
Steve
Harvey?
When he slapped anybody.
Go
I'm
cry.
not saying when he should.
What we're saying
I'm
is,
saying where was the slap? The slap, the beat down. It was absent in 2016. It was absent when this dude, your son's young friend, was jumping up and down inside your wife's.
Maybe he condoned it. How you know?
Hey,
no, he did
That's
not.
why
He
I
did not
call Will a fuck.
You know, hold on. He did not.
A lot of y'all
because
condoning women doing it.
hold on, Leah. He did not condone it because in the entanglement video,
you don't know that.
Hold on. In the entanglement video, he did not condone it because he literally told y'all he did not know about it. The entanglement. He literally said he did not know about the entanglement.
Live television, that does not make it true.
He should have slapped August Alsina and divorced her ass.
Okay,
that's what he should have did.
He didn't know it. How was he gonna slap him? You just said he didn't know.
The next day.
Girl.
The next day. The thing is though, but here's the thing: it's not just that one time. She's had multiple times. Will found out, right? When he found out, it still happened afterwards.
Yeah.
You feel me? Alcina still was coming out talking about it.
His marriage. If he want to accept that, that's on him.
No, but the whole
okay,
point
so
is,
I stand on what I said a while ago. I don't care if it was Chris, The Rock,
it don't
Denzel,
matter.
or Dave Chappelle. It didn't have anything to do with him. I think it was the pressure that Will is facing and what's been going on with the past couple years.
And Tanya, the whole point is,
where's the pressure coming from?
A grown man is entitled to his actions, but he must be judged once he takes those actions.
The pressure is coming from Jada.
And the way y'all are crucifying him is totally wrong.
We're not crucifying. We're just
the world is crucifying him right now, and it's
but you come at anybody.
The whole point behind it is no man should copy what he did. That's the whole point. Whatever men is viewing this podcast right now should not copy Will at all.
Nobody is saying anything about copying him.
Man, I don't
think anybody should copy anybody.
Slap the nigga for
That's the point.
Exactly.
No, but here's the thing though. Here's the reason why I'm judging Will the way I'm judging Will, right? Here's the thing. If anyone should know about someone's condition, it's the person that's with them. Your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever. Will was laughing till he was falling out of his seat. Right, of the joke, and then out of nowhere, you just get up out of nowhere, angry on the stage to slap somebody.
Did you hear what he said when he got on stage? Though, did you hear him say? Did you hear him say when he said you laugh stuff off and at a point you get tired of it. Sometimes people get tired of stuff.
He had so many times. Look how far he
It don't matter about what you feel like he had a chance to do. You cannot dictate when somebody has had it and when they don't have it.
He had so much time.
He should have did that. How you gonna tell somebody when they should have did something? How you know when their breaking point was?
At what point were you justify he walked so far. He had so many time to think this over.
Oh my God!
Sitting there laughing and then get up and walk so far to the stage to do that.
It didn't come out of nowhere. It came after he got a glimpse
laughed.
Of his disgusted wife.
He laughed.
Well, one person made a very good point. He said, well, over the years, if we, look at all of their interviews or whatever, you'll hear Will say repeatedly that he loves to put women on a pedestal. And he loves. Lord, he basically he basically loves the concept of a wife, which is why they made this agreement that they will never get divorced.
That's what he messed up at, putting her on the pedestal.
But one person made a very good point.
On the pedestal?
You don't put women on the pedestal.
Mute his mic.
Wait,
don't put women on the pedestal.
Lord,
right? So
not even your
wife. The person questioned.
You don't put women on the pedestal, dude.
Was Will defending Jada, the person, or just the concept of his wife? Because he's so obsessed with having a wife and having, being there for women. Okay.
Where was he at in 2016?
That's kind of how he explained it when he went when he was speaking, because he was talking about the movie and then he talked about the women in the movie.
Yeah.
He kind of chopped it up that way. Even though we can sit here and we can dissect all of this stuff about how, when, what, why he did it, what he shouldn't did, what he shouldn't have done. But at the end of the day, we don't know what goes on in a person's mind, and we haven't walked in their shoes, period. So we can't sit here and tell somebody a lot of, like, you can sit here and say what somebody shouldn't deal with or what they shouldn't do. But at the same time, you sit here saying that, and then you be right at your house with your woman doing the very same thing.
Like assumptions again. You use assumptions to justify whatever your response is.
Yes, no, it's not justification. A lot of men do it. A lot of men do it. Just like back in the day when men used to say, "Oh, I don't eat coochie," but you right at home eating your girl coochie.
That's a bad analogy.
How?
Yeah, that's a bad analogy.
Terrible.
Hey,
mute her mic.
I was with you the whole night, Aaliyah. I was with you the whole night.
Oh,
mute her mic right now.
Mute her mic.
She's talking about rumors.
They're not doing this and they're not doing that, and they shouldn't do this and they shouldn't do that, and then they go home the same day and do the very thing that they done told their friends not to do.
What's coochie? That's a pastry.
Yep.
That's an empanada.
And most the majority of men have done it, and y'all can't tell me.
Must be an empanada. I know what that is. Anyway, listen, I want to thank y'all. There's so much.
Hold on, John. Let me ask you a question before we go. I want to ask Tanya first, and Aaliyah, what is the definition of misogynistic?
What is the definition of
right off the top of your head. Tell me the definition. Tell me the definition. Don't even Google it. Tell me the definition of misogynistic.
Don't tell me what to do.
No, I want to know.
That right there telling me what to do.
Right.
Hey, look, you saw that brightness came up. You know she got her phone up.
Oh yeah. You know she's Googling it.
I'm talking to my dude from jail.
No, we are not condoning his actions. That's not what we're saying.
No, Tanya. All I want you to do is tell me the meaning of misogynistic.
Okay, so what I think, how I feel it is when it's like men can do this and women can't do that. You're always condoning something for a woman that a woman does, and y'all doing the same shit. It's like y'all are superior.
Here we go.
To a woman.
Tanya, respectfully, I hate to tell you, you're wrong. Okay, misogynistic. I'm finna tell you. No, the truth is the truth. You cannot justify the truth. You cannot call a man misogynistic because that is a real, like that's serious allegations right there. Misogynistic means,
oh my God.
Listen.
Did you say that's an offense?
No, that's a serious word to tell a man that he's misogynistic. Just like if I call you a Miss Andress, you probably don't even know what that means.
Miss who?
Miss Andress.
Andress.
Okay.
And don't
what's that? Women that hate men, and misogynistic is men that hate women.
Wait, sassy. Just wait. Let me talk. I'll let y'all talk. Misogynistic, because I take misogynistic real serious. When you call a man misogynistic, misogynistic means the hatred of women. Miss Andrew means the hatred of men. So I never said anything.
It does not mean hatred.
It actually does. Yeah.
Yes, it
prejudice.
Does.
No, it's hatred. It's hatred
of women and
prejudice.
None in my life.
No, it's hatred.
I never hate women. I love women. I love women. So you cannot call a man misogynistic if you don't know the meaning. That's all I'm saying. Learn the meaning before you call somebody misogynistic, because you have to learn it. Because that is a serious word to call a man. Cannot call a man misogynistic.
And so
no, that's anybody.
You can ask. I don't think you have to hate women to be misogynistic against them.
That's the meaning.
And you don't have to even.
That's the meaning. That's the meaning, though.
That's the meaning.
Based on your,
it means men that hate women.
Based on his definition of him saying that it is hate towards women, sometimes
that's
men
not my definition.
No, that's the definition. That's the official definition.
So that's Webster's. Okay.
Doesn't matter whether I'm saying based off what he said. Period. Based off of what he said, if that is the case, sometimes men can have a hate for a woman and unconsciously not know it.
Sometimes.
So you can't
they will show it. If they hate women, they will show it.
I didn't say not show it. I said unconsciously not know it. I didn't say show.
Hold on. If you want to be real, women.
Since you want to get all technical and talk
hold
about
on. No. Hold on. I'm finna be real.
Know that.
Hold on. I'm finna be real with you right now. Hold on. I'll let y'all talk. Let me talk.
You've been talking the whole time.
I'll be real with you. Okay?
All right, Will. Watch out, Will.
Will and Jada.
Okay, look.
Watch out, Will. Well, in West Philadelphia.
If you really think about it, women actually in this world always say they hate men. Okay? So if we want to say that, why is it okay for y'all to go around talking about how y'all hate men?
Sassy don't say that.
I ain't say sassy.
Who says that?
I'm not saying no names. But you can't. I don't go around telling people, telling women, that y'all Miss Andrews. I don't go around saying that. So you gotta use that word.
If it's not true, then why magnify it?
Because y'all said it.
Some of your actions might not be the hatred, but like Aaliyah said, the prejudice towards it.
No, because I don't tolerate stuff like
the intolerance of women.
I don't tolerate the stuff like
Don't
what
tell me
Jada
what I
did
can say.
to
I
Will,
can say what I want to say.
what
and
Jada said to
stop me.
Will, no man should ever tolerate that. And that's the whole point of why I do a podcast, because you do not tolerate that type of stuff from women, dude, at all. You do not tolerate that. Respect has to be respect. You cannot tolerate that type of stuff, man. Cannot.
I just find
you
it very
earn
funny.
respect.
You know why I find it funny?
And T, I don't think you've earned respect on our show as of yet.
No, because in the beginning, I just find it funny, right? So Jan Brady up in the right-hand corner, right? So in the beginning, right, Jan Brady, she was saying that, well, you can't go off of what people say. People tell you what they want you to hear, right?
Yeah, they
right,
do.
Jan? Am I right, Jan Brady?
Allegations.
Then now, right? So now,
rumors.
when T tell her something right now, and she's telling, well, that's your business.
Thank you,
shouldn't have said
Leandra.
whatever. Okay,
Hey,
is that not the same
Leandra,
situation?
Look at the comment. Look at the comment.
Fighting over.
We not fighting. T fighting by himself because I really don't care.
No, I'm not fighting. It's just that you can't do that.
He don't want to break down. He want to break the syllables down, and
well, you can't do that.
And the O and the G. And
no, seriously, that's a real. You can't tell men they misogynistic and they not misogynistic, dude. You can't do that.
Well, if it bothers you so much, maybe you need to look into it.
No, it don't bother me. It's just that.
Oh, so why did we spend
have
15 minutes on
other people looking at this podcast?
Will and Jade.
And you can't call a man misogynistic when this podcast is getting aired on YouTube like that. You cannot do that type of stuff. I'm not. It don't hurt my feelings. It don't hurt my feelings.
Don't make it true.
It don't hurt my feelings. I'm just trying to make it known that women, y'all can't be going around telling men
this
that
whole
stuff.
segment, you guys have been spewing hate for Jada. So what do you call it?
Because no, we don't hate Jada.
What do you call that?
We call it.
You called the girl. You called her a hoe.
You don't call this woman a hoe. Everything.
Yeah,
you guys
and he's talking about misogynistic. So somebody called him misogynistic.
Hold on. Yo, T, hold on. Let me take this one for you. Let me just put it on real quick.
Season
T, I'll take this one for you.
It's the truth.
T, I'll take this one for you. It is so ironic and funny, right? How females, when we say the word hoe, or when T says the word hoe,
there's a difference,
right?
Yeah.
But when you get like the city girls, the Cardi B's and all of them, the hoes, the bees, and everything else in between, y'all jumping around and y'all bump the music. How's it any different?
And they call
who is y'all? Because I don't.
We ain't complaining about him saying it. What we saying is we're
Oh,
comparing.
you ain't complaining, but
when he said something about misogynistic, he talking
not
about
Jan Brady. Is that Jill at the bottom?
Yes, exactly. Read
Marsh is at the bottom.
After he done called this girl a hoe.
Read the comment.
But it's the truth though. She's a 304.
How? Okay, so if somebody's saying something about you, how you know they don't feel like it's the truth?
But I never said that I hate women.
But you said that
you
called Jada a hoe.
Words, but that's what.
Listen, it's only one truth
for a woman by the name of
Jada.
Jada.
Hoe, but you can't say that that's the truth based off of what
that's what she is.
Based off of what you saying.
Just like Will Smith, he's a wimp. I don't hear y'all saying anything bad about that. Well, but when I call you 304.
Let me translate to you. Let me translate to you.
Come on.
Both of them actually
let me translate to you.
Let me translate something about him that y'all tearing him down just as well too.
Let me translate to you.
We're not tearing him down. We're just trying to get him correct.
Y'all been tearing him down from the beginning.
Let me say something.
No, I'm tearing him down.
I will agree on this part here. I will agree on this part.
I am judging his actions.
For both men and women, whole action is whole action. No matter who it is. You understand? At the end of the day, whole action is whole action. So at the end of the day, no one has a right to even put anybody else in that predicament. Seriously. At the end of the day. If you're not happy, say it to your spouse or whatever the situation is. The two of y'all discuss whatever you got to do behind closed doors, and y'all do whatever you got to do. Depart and go hoe out all you want by yourself.
And that's what them people, that's what Will and Jada been doing. Right. And that's exactly what they've been doing.
Oh, go garden tool out all you. Go get.
The thing is, though, is that last one.
Do whatever you want to
agree on that.
First of all, from she stepped out. It's over.
But all right, before we depart, can someone clarify this and just answer this one for me.
Hey, she going through it. She going through it. Yeah. The Bible in the house. The Bible in the house.
Brady. All right, Jan Brady. All right, so
hey, y'all saw that lean back?
So now, their daughter Willow penned a letter to Tupac, asking him to come back and make her mom happy. Okay.
Do we have this verified that she wrote this, or somebody just posted this on the internet?
Well, I mean,
is it verified? Is it verified? We don't know yet, right?
Well, hey, listen.
If it is verified, then that's very weird.
Men can have hatred towards women and find himself a token woman, one of the good ones, and marry her.
To save face, yes.
Yeah,
that's true.
But that's what I just said. You unconsciously not know that you have that in your heart, and you still can feel that way.
90% of men out here do not hate women, bro. We do not hate women.
How would you know that? Who gave you that statistic?
You can ask every man in here. Ask every man in here.
Just like a racist can befriend black people, a sex can marry a woman. That's true. That's hella true.
The thing is, though, is we have to look at the actions that all of this stuff that we're talking about goes in both ways. Right? Yeah. It goes in both ways. I am not demeaning Will, but I am definitely down talking on his actions.
Yeah.
Actions are wrong.
Me too.
There's no justification in his actions. No justification in his actions. He's a grown ass man that is in the business all these years. If you are in the business, you know how the business is set up. You know what actions come when you do certain things in the business. Especially if you put yourself on that level where he's constantly talking about he wants to be a role model, he wants to be this, he wants to be that. He's the one who says all of these things. When you set the bar for yourself, and you constantly hit your head on it, then guess what? Stop putting it so damn high and stop standing so high. You get what I'm saying? You set the bar of where you want your life to be at. So when you put it there and then you get upset when people judge you based on your actions, then stop telling people that's what you about. Yeah. Be real about yourself and be real when you're in the public. Because when you step out them doors and you pretend to do this and pretend to do that, and them cameras turn on when you don't realize they turn on, and you start demeaning people, people are gonna see you for who you really are. And when they start calling you out, do not get upset because that's the image you painted them to see. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tear him down on his actions because what he did on that stage was very foul. We finally get an all-black production cast in there, and this is what you decide to do.
That's what they remembered for.
But this is what you decide to do now on that kind of stage, that don't even respect us, regardless. Will could have pulled him to the side. Your own brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your partner that's been in the game with you.
And you went.
Chris Rock tell jokes. Chris Rock has told worse jokes than that over his years. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
We judging him based on the fact that Will got upset.
Well, I don't think anyone is judging Chris Rock.
No, but what I'm saying.
Oh no, there's a lot of people judging Chris Rock and calling him misogynistic. Oh, there's a lot of people.
We're judging the whole scenario based on the image that Will painted. We're judging this whole scenario based on the image Will painted. You get what I'm saying? We're taking sides and all of that shit. But the difference is when Will came back, all right, she was laughing. That hidden footage that came out, she was laughing. Yeah. Not once did she reach over and say, "Hey, you okay?"
There was no contact.
She sat there. She didn't even look over to him and reach out like, "You good? You good?" She just sat there and leaned and just the whole time.
But black.
But my whole thing is she stayed in her character. But as a queen, if you see your king stepping out of line, your queen's supposed to check you on that.
Hey, black.
As a king, you see your queen stepping out of line, you check her on that. As a
black,
team,
check this out.
Hold on. Yeah.
We don't know where they are in their relationship where we can denote them as king and queens. Maybe they're just like
they're king and queen.
Maybe they're like I'm president, he's vice president. We don't know how they align in their relationship.
But here's the thing, though. We all know that though. But what I'm saying is though, they're still playing the role as a husband and wife.
King and queen is just a phrase.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're a husband, you view your women as your queen. That's your empress of your kingdom. You get what I'm saying? There's no hierarchy as far as over and what. Now your capabilities will set you in those actions that you're trying to take. But as far as your roles, both are head of that household. That take.
I don't know about
because the women do something better in the house than the man can't do, and the man do something better in the house than he can't do. So when you flip those roles, you take control of those roles.
See, Blacks,
that was a mistake.
See, Blacks, I'm definitely agreeing with you on that. See, the thing with it that I don't understand, like again, if you and her on the same page, tear the page in half and go your way. You feel me? That's just it.
He does not want divorce. He does not want divorce.
But then you're gonna have
he
a lot
doesn't
of this
want
stuff
divorce.
going on for the rest of your life.
He refuses divorce.
That's
what it is.
That's his mental battle. Will got all the money in the world to take
tell
therapy.
somebody what to do.
Will got
Now,
all
he said she never wanted to get married.
Hey, look, there obviously is a dysfunction going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone can agree on that. Am I right or wrong? There has to be some form. Look at the kids.
Yeah, it's abuse.
You gonna tell me something?
The kids.
Willow was slicing herself. Willow was slicing herself.
Let's start with the kids.
The kids are not stable.
Now y'all dissecting these people.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So just because the kids don't fit in the narrative of the way black kids should be raised, something wrong with them?
Nah, ain't black kids. It's just kids in general.
What's wrong with the way they raise their kids?
And how kids in general are supposed to behave?
How are they raised?
They kids are messed up.
They
kids are messed up.
Okay.
Messed up.
You gonna really sit here and tell me now them kids ain't whacked out some way or another? Them kids is normal.
What makes them messed up is what I asked.
Willow already came out.
I can't tell you because we're on YouTube. I can't tell you because we're on YouTube.
He's going through stuff too. The kid.
Listen,
let's watch the censorship. Like T said, we're on YouTube. Let's we don't want to get this video flagged.
Will and Jaden came out about their mental issues throughout the family.
Everybody's children have issues.
No,
but that's
what
not
I want to say, I can't say it on YouTube. I can't say it on YouTube.
Yeah.
In this particular moment,
Thank God.
Jada and Will.
Jaden
tried to have himself emancipated at 15. Because
he do not want to be part of the Smith family no more. They own son.
All right, Aaliyah's is
I tell you what, if y'all would have known how I grew up, y'all would have said I was whacked out too.
The young lady
trust me, my past has not been sunshine. Right? There's people that can vouch for that.
Which goes back to what I said in the beginning.
Young lady asking for assistance.
Which goes back to what I said in the beginning. Everybody can sit and talk about how somebody else supposed to do things and how they should or should not do, and the same stuff going in your own house, and it be the same. It might not be the same thing, but it's a different scenario, and it's the same situations.
And you judge them based on their actions that they take in those scenarios, don't you?
Judge yourself. That's at the end of the day. Judge yourself.
Read the comment.
Read your own children. And make judgment on them and yourself before you try to judge anybody else.
Don't be acting like you ain't judging over there.
I ain't judging.
That's what I'm saying. Every one of us have it in us. Every one of us. You are not.
Aaliyah, you be judging too. You be judging.
Don't try to throw me in your boat. You've been
judging T all night.
I've been saying the same thing since I've been on here, and y'all think I'm trying to be advocates for either one.
Yeah, you judge me earlier. I judge you not one time.
I'm being mutual.
I like you, Aaliyah. I like you, Aaliyah, but you judge me tonight.
That's facts. That's facts.
Webster.
Every one of us have some sort of judgmental situations in us.
Don't try to throw
every one of us. Dude, you don't walk out your house and not judge something. You go to work every day. You go
Aaliyah work in a barber shop.
You gonna have an issue. You gonna judge someone off for something.
You just want somebody to be on the boat with you.
Don't say that.
Don't try to throw everybody in the boat with you.
Okay. All right, Jan Brady. And we understand what happened with the Brady Bunch also. How they all ended up. Yeah. So at the end of the day, every one of us have it in us.
No, every one of us.
Okay.
Just speak for you.
All right.
Except
you know what? The day I'm gonna tell you something.
Look at the saint up
the
there.
day we hang out and you say something foul or say something crazy about something, I'm calling everybody.
I don't care.
Okay. Hold on. She's not judgmental. Did we not go to eat the other day? Did she not judge the food?
I have nothing to say.
Did you not judge the food?
You said, let me out of this. Let me out of this.
You talking about people's
talking about
kids
people.
opposed
Now
to
we
food.
talking about food.
It doesn't matter.
Now you don't switch.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Because you sitting here judging,
But
saying these
Tanya,
people
with
kids
this-
weird because they don't meet your standardized ideology
It ain't my
of how a
standardized
black
nothing.
child should be
Who
raised.
It ain't my
Standardized.
standard.
Tanya,
Listen, when
Tanya,
you have multiple
wait a minute.
people
Tanya,
that
the
agree with the
kids are
same thing,
talking
it ain't
about
my
themselves.
standards alone.
No,
We
just
got
because
standards
few
too.
other people
We got
agree
standards
with you
too.
does not mean that it makes
So
it right.
John,
I'm
what is
in
normal?
my psychology class, I'm learning this too because people feel
All
like
right.
just because people
All right.
agree with you, that makes it right. That don't make it
Listen,
right.
all right. So
A whole
to
lot of
me,
people agree with slavery.
Right.
Okay. So let's take the son for instance now, right? So with the son, he don't know if he coming or going. I'll keep it clean. Don't know if he coming or going, right? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not going any further because it's YouTube.
Good.
So, okay, that's one. Then two, like you said, he want to separate. He was having issues with his father kissing him in his mouth and all sorts of stuff that he don't like. He himself said it. There's stuff that's going on within it that he himself said he don't like. He don't agree with. When his father comes near him, he has anxieties and stuff like that around. You telling me that's a normal situation then? That's normal? I have a son. Okay, and at a certain age, I know the cutoff period for me to be all hugging up on and everything like that. So you telling me now I have to overly love my son enough where he now feels uncomfortable around me? And that's a normal situation we talk about? Talk to me and tell me something different. Until then, that don't fit in my normalcy. For me, I ain't speaking for nobody else. But if I have to overly love my kid to the point where he's whacked out every time I walk in the room, something's off. Now, whether it be something off from my side or whether it's something off from his side, not understanding how I overly love him, either way, how you put it on the table, something's whacked out. It's not balanced. It's a dysfunction at the end of the day.
True.
So whether it come with me and my wife, and then my wife now with my daughter is discussing adult situations at a young age, having photographs with older men laying in a bed with a young girl, and a young girl saying certain things at a young age, discussing certain things. I don't think, to me, speaking for myself, that's a normal situation. Now, everyone can control however they want to do it in their household, but when the end results come out to certain things, just like those parents that don't want to discipline their kids and now they end up in jail and all these different things, do we also agree to that now that, that's a normal thing for them to not discipline them and let them do what they got to do. Let them voice, because that's what they said also. They don't discipline their kids. They let them do free reign. Do what you want. As an adult, you're crazy. That's what you're here as an adult for. To put curves, put limits. That's what you're here for. If you're just allowing your kids to go free willy, you're crazy. If you think that something's not going to get whacked out down the line, either jail, they kill somebody, or do something because mom and dad didn't give them any limits, no boundaries. Those kids don't have boundaries.
Let me say this. Let me interrupt you.
Hey, I like that, John. That was a good one.
Thank you very much.
Shut up.
Word up.
Facts.
Let me say this. The way you talking about things being your normalcy and what's not normal, right? How do you know what a person's destiny is? Can you say what a person's destiny is?
My dear.
We'll never know.
I'm asking a question. You can just say yes or no, and then I'll finish my statement.
Okay. Let me.
Yes or no?
Like this. Hold on.
Yes or no?
Can
you speak? Can you say what a person's destiny is?
You can't outright say what a person's destiny is.
No, you can't say it at all. Let's just be clear. You can't say what a person's destiny is. If you think about it like this, you're gonna think different. You have people are chosen. They choose their parents or who they have to be their parent and who's the child. If that parent was designated for that child to do that very thing, they're walking in their destiny. Who are you to say how they're not supposed to be, how they should be, what they should be doing, what they should not be doing? How do you know they're not doing the very thing that they were put here on earth to do?
So now you're saying to me, now, hold up.
There's no room for judgment on whether something is normal or not, because there's no book to tell us what's normal and what's not normal.
Undisciplined child is put on earth to shoot a guy.
Hey, who's smacking somebody?
No book.
Chris, you all right over there?
I don't know, man. Aaliyah lost me, man.
Your child the right way. Your child goes out there and kills 10 people.
We gotta use something else.
We don't know that whether that child was put here on this earth to do that very thing. And the only way for you to find that out is for you to have that conversation, them to have that conversation.
Okay, so now, hold on.
And we are not here to do that.
Hold on. So now let me interject on that.
That's not our job.
How many stories have we heard before, right? Where a child or someone that was going down the wrong path that never had any guidance. And then once the guidance got placed into this child's life, that person turned their life around and became something. So now, what are you saying to that?
The opposite happened and it's still the same thing.
But you always, so now you always want to find whatever you got to find to make it.
No, that's the truth, because that's reality. That's how it happened.
So then explain that to me then. Because the way how you explain it now is saying if it's a God-given situation that God put it here, that this kid's supposed to murder somebody, and that was just it. That let the parents just put their hands up and just say, hey, go do what you got to do, because that's how God put you on this.
Just as much as God guides, the devil also takes control. So
all right.
So
let us not put our kids out there so that way they can be taken over. If we're gonna allow children to be out there,
there's no allowing anything. There's no allowing anything.
Why did you let your kids walk out the house at 5, 6 years old and just walk up and down the street?
Wasn't in his life.
How are you guiding them? You have to put safeguards in the world for them.
Even
if they want to take their actions and they want to take their tasks, at least teach them about the world. Give them that guidance so that way they can make those decisions. Just to let them go out and just run willy-nilly and say, okay, just go ahead and do your thing. She said it out of her own mouth. Jada said out of her own mouth, they don't tell their kids what they do. They let them do whatever they want.
Free reign.
You get what I'm saying? And it's their decision on whether they take it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So my whole thing is they do that because they have the access and power and resource. They have access to all that resource for their kids to make all of them decisions. If they want to do this, they do that.
So let me. But
my whole thing in the normalcy of a household, as far as normal individuals, a parent's job is to aid their children. You get what I'm saying? Into getting through life. If their child say, hey, this is what I want to do, the parents give them options to take that path because that's what the child wants to do. If the child say, hey, I want to go sell drugs, the parent needs to make that decision of saying, hey, son or daughter, here's what selling drugs lead to. Here's the outcomes. Are you sure you want to walk down this path? Don't just say, hey, bro, if you want to be a drug dealer, go ahead and be a drug dealer.
Go for it.
That's what God put you here for.
Yeah.
You get me what I'm saying?
Hustle hard.
The world markets.
I don't understand how you don't understand. I don't understand how you don't understand that concept. It doesn't matter about
the devil's world markets
the world.
Freedom. That's why I said the devil's
world runs the world.
Markets freedom to ones that are loosely in their minds.
No.
So if they run out there, they're gonna get options everywhere.
I don't care whether that child had. I don't care whether that child had both parents and he had everything that he was supposed to have as a child, being raised to be grown. If he goes out there and he can still go out there and kill 10 people and go
that's not for
his life. And that is no excuse. I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. What I'm saying is those type of things aren't always indicative of what that person will become or what they will be. But you can never say that. The next thing is she's saying it's called standards and principles. Who set the standards and who set the principles? Find the person who set the standard and who set the principles, and then we can talk. Until then, you can't tell nobody. You can't just say what's normal and what's not normal. You can't say what the standard and what the principle is until you know who set the standard. The person who set the standard.
Let me say something.
The person who set the standard could have been the person that was raping girls under 16 or 13 years old. We don't know that, do we?
But Ali, at the same time, when you have kids that end up in a certain situation, they always blame missing fathers. You see what I'm saying? They know
just because they allowed their kids to make their own decisions doesn't mean they didn't give them any guidance.
Again, I hear what you're saying, but again, we're going off of what they gave us.
Right. They said that they allowed them to make their own decisions. So
I can only go back off of, like, if I tell
because they allowed them to make their own decisions, does that mean that they didn't give them any guidance?
Understandable, but once again, if I tell Madison T that I'm out here and I'm murdering everybody out, and then they finally come out here and see something totally different, who's to blame when they look at me like I'm some sucker or some herb? Is it me, or is it them making their own decision on something? They made the decision off of what I fed them.
Both people are responsible for their own thought and
but they're not,
the way they perceive.
How are they
whatever
responsible
situation.
for what I fed them?
It doesn't matter. They're still responsible for what they assumed or what they thought based off of what you said, and you are responsible for who you really are.
Not an assumption on their part until once they come now into my neighborhood and see how I'm moving.
What I'm saying is, just because you said it, don't make it true.
We understand that, but at the time, listen.
So if they believe it or not, that's on them. Is what I'm saying.
From us, when are you ever gonna really sit down and meet the Smith? You're gonna have that access to their home. You have to take what they're telling you. You're never ever gonna meet these people.
No, you don't. People tell me stuff all the time. You think I just believe everything people say?
No,
you're a conspiracy theorist.
You're talking about
no, it's not about being a conspiracy. It's about you just don't believe everything a person says to you. Until you see the facts of what the proof of what's being shown to you. In that case, we'll be in all types of situations based off of what somebody said.
We see the facts.
You know that. Come on.
We see the facts.
Really?
Well, I have a question. Did you guys believe everything your parents told you, or did you go out and learn some of it was true or false for yourself?
I ain't had no
believe
parents,
most of it until we turned adults also, and then we realized.
We know that.
I ain't had no parents, so I can't speak on that.
Come on, man.
Aaliyah,
come on, man.
Aaliyah, I ain't gonna tolerate too much disrespect, bro. now listen, Aaliyah.
Now they are.
What you were saying to me, it sounded like you're delusional. Respectfully, that's delusional.
About what?
Whatever you were saying, everything you were saying. You cannot.
What? Tell me
everything.
What
the whole thing y'all was saying about.
So you bopping for apples.
this and that. This. I'm like, oh my God.
Delusional about what? I need you to be more specific.
The whole conversation on when you were saying the child make their own decision. No child in the elementary stages make their own decision. You do not let them kids make their own decision. You have to guide
about
them.
No child making their own decisions.
You did
John said something about a child making decisions.
You said that. The argument is that the Smith children are in a position to make their own decisions. There is no disciplinarian in their household.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Show. That's the whole argument here.
John was speaking. Listen. You wasn't listening to what I said. John made a statement about what they got going on in the people's household. What I said was, if a child has guidance or not, it does not determine the end result of what they can be. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't, but it don't always work that way. You should already know that. We see it.
Read that comment. Comment.
You said let them do what they want to do. That's what you said.
I never said let them do what they want to
do. We gonna rewind it.
Yeah.
Why would I say?
I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me.
No, I think you confused what she was saying. What do you when they say, "Oh, they're weird" because they do what they want to do? What makes them weird? That was the conversation.
I said I can't say it because we on YouTube. I want to say it, but we on YouTube. I cannot do that on his platform. On my platform, I would have said it. I would have said it on my platform, but I can't do it on his platform. I'm respecting his platform.
The initial argument was the kids do whatever they want to do. The Smith children do whatever they want to do. That is the rule that the parents put in place. They don't discipline those kids. John didn't. You said he made the comment or he gave the example. He was just stating the facts that they have presented. The children are the ones expressing this.
But I didn't back up I didn't say that was right for them to do that. What I said was I don't never say whether somebody right or wrong about what they do. That's my take on it. I can't say what's right or wrong for a person. What's right for you may not be right for me. But at the same time, when in the process of raising children, you can't sit here and say based off of how and what you're doing to raise a child is going to determine how that child is going to turn out or whether they're going to be weird or not. But children are weird and they have both of their parents and they had both loving parents and they turn out worse than what they had and vice versa.
Well, according to the kids,
we can't say that what they'll be.
Their parents, they're not happy with their parents since they was 15, 14.
Today,
we said that.
Most kids aren't.
No, when the child say, I don't even want my mom and dad, last name, that is serious. That's serious. Serious.
Do you understand millennials at this point? Do you even understand these millennials?
Yes, I do.
That's why. Do you know these millennial children are they?
But at the end of the day, okay.
Hold on, John.
Okay.
So, you're saying that these millennials should just be left to run themselves because
why do y'all keep saying I'm saying they should be left to do what they want to do?
At a point, what everyone is confusing is the fact that you're saying that some of them would basically let their path be taken however the Lord had put certain things.
Yes. That's what you said.
At the end of the day,
I'm not even saying that.
That's what you said, though.
No, that's not what I said.
All right, somebody go get Greg or go get Peter because Marsha's bugging.
I don't. When you were around the back, you were and nothing that I said. You heard me say, "Let these children do what they want to do."
Yes,
you never heard me say that.
You're listening to respond, and the sad part is that you're not even listening to half of what you're saying.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not telling people to let the children do what they want to do. What I'm simply saying is it doesn't matter. However you raise your child,
you said.
However you choose to raise your child is not going to. And why do I have to keep repeating this?
You should stop.
All right, Jada. Look at
it's not going to. You can't determine what your child is going to be. Even if you raise your child right, you cannot determine what your child is going to be at the end point. You can try. Doesn't mean that that's what they're going to be.
That is true.
So why did I have to say that 3 times?
You didn't have to say it. But I'm just curious about one thing with your millennials, Jada. Are you kissing them in the mouth?
I'm still trying to figure out, just because they said they let their children do what they want to do doesn't mean they didn't have any guidance in them deciding on what they wanted to do.
Okay, just like you're asking me that, do you have the answer to that as well?
You see what I'm saying? The answer to what?
No, she's saying that just because we're saying that they let their kids do whatever, we don't know if they gave them any guidance. I said I don't have the answer to that, but neither does she. We don't know what again.
Right,
we just go, but again,
that was something that was said.
Right. Yeah. But again, you just said it. That's something that was said.
By who?
Right.
But that's the point I was making.
Before. No, by Black Republican.
But if the kid,
because that's what the kid said, and that's what she said also.
I said that too. Like it doesn't just because they said okay
about guidance that she's not giving them guidance.
It doesn't mean that they're not giving them guidance.
Everyone's getting confused right now. Hold on a minute. Go ahead. Tanya, go ahead, Tanya.
I was saying, okay, so they said they allow their kids to do what they want what they want to do, right? Mm-hmm. That does not mean that they didn't give them any guidance. You can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it.
Understandable, but again,
but
the point what I'm making again is, if it's coming from the horse's mouth, then that we tell them to do whatever they want to do, and we don't stop them from doing whatever they want to do, then what guidance am I really giving?
They took them to the water, and they gave them the option of whether you want to drink it or not.
Okay, but again,
we don't know that they that they're not guiding them, but they're just allowing them to make the decisions for themselves.
But again, at a young age, at a 12 and 13 year old, what good decision do you have? What good decision makings do you have at that young age?
I don't know.
That's what they're allowing them to do.
Especially when they're a part of that society where
if I'm not mistaken, it was a king that was a king at 7 years old, and he was a king.
Yeah, a king at 7 years old is totally different. That situation is not like you get.
I mean, you asked the question.
Listen, a king at 7 years old means nothing. nothing at the end of the day, because that 7-year-old still can't make a decision on what happens if war breaks out or if he needs anything for his kingdom or anything like that. Him
the
coming
advisor's
into
still making the decision.
him being an heir on the throne is totally, that has nothing to do with him making a decision on anything. Okay, he doesn't have the intelligence, he doesn't have the training, he doesn't have the years experience to make that his older counterparts would.
He has a status.
So at the end of the day, him being 7 years old and being a king means nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree.
So who was making the decisions?
Remember, what's the name? Kim Jong-un, when he was a kid, nobody listened to his ass. He had the power of his family's name, but his grandfather, military advisors, and everybody else was the ones running the country. He was just the image because he was the next in line, and the pops and everybody else got murked. So there was no choice but to let the young one take the throne, because that's how the structure is set up. But in the sense of it, as a parent, that is your job to always try to make sure your children take the safest and most direct route. Sure. Willow and Jaden has 100%. access to anything they want based on their parent status. And unfortunately, when they were little, they both got turned into the entertainment game. The entertainment game is disgusting. It's vicious. And when you have someone that has no securities, no walls up, they will groom and take advantage of you. Willow said the only thing that steered her from the darkness, this is out of her own mouth, is turning away from the entertainment industry. When her moms and advisors and everybody that was around her was pushing her to finish her album, to do this, to do that. And she said it was taking her down such a dark road that she had to take a break from it all, and she had to remove herself from it. She was pushed into that darkness to make that decision on her own. You can't let a child walk through fire and get burnt to learn a lesson as a parent.
Sometimes you don't have that control.
So come on.
What is wrong with y'all? Why y'all feel like y'all control everything y'all child do? Nobody control. We
can.
So you should
have a certain level of control.
Limits. Yeah,
we have a certain level of control of our children, and after that, we done.
We limit.
After that, we done.
We're not going. We're not going to beat the horse on this thing.
Always.
At the end of the day,
if you have to find a different way to say it. You get what I'm saying? Find a different way to say the message.
So
do the research. Whatever the case is, look into their friends, look into their life they live in. All of that matters. And you can't justify their actions, because here's the thing. If you on the streets, your options are limited. There's only so much route, there's only so many different directions you could go in. When you have all the access, all the options for results, and you still live in a closed-in mindset, then blame yourself. Why your kids?
Do you have children, Black Republican?
No, but listen. I've been in Big Brother programs. I got nieces and nephews out the ass. You get what I'm saying? So as far as going through a lot of this stuff, being mentors and all of that stuff, I've been seeing a lot of stuff where kids' own family members have groomed children. All right, whether it was abuse, whether it was sexual abuse, mental, verbal, all of those things has been coming from different directions. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of those kids, especially nowadays, the reason why these millennials are so all over the place is because the adults don't understand the routes they're taking, especially through social media, the digital half. Majority of adults do not understand the full capacity of social media.
I agree with that.
They might jump on Instagram and other things like that, but they don't know how to work all of that. So their kids are running past them. So they can't keep up. The options are being removed from the parents. But the problem is a lot of the kids that I talk to, I'm gonna be 40 this year. And a lot of kids are like, damn, bro, you know about all these little, I could jump in on any of these platforms and work it out, because I make it my goal to understand the tools that are being put out there that these children are being taken advantage of. Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, all of them was in court not too long ago, that they all have systems set up to market to take advantage of children. They make more money off of children than anyone else. So if we as adults think that we could just let our children run out there and just find their own path, guess what? Companies that don't give a rat's ass about the direction of your children's life, especially being healthy, Facebook knows or Instagram knows that Instagram is the #1 platform that leads to young females suicide or mental issues, because Instagram's apps target them and they make tons of money off of their interaction. You get what I'm saying? Instagram knows this, and they said, oh, they're going to be working on the algorithms, but they didn't justify it. Those systems are still in place because you know why? Money is involved. And when you're involved in money, especially children that are growing up in money, you need to make sure you got to watch over them. Don't control them like a robot, but watch over them, because those same systems are definitely waiting for you to stop looking. And they're going to be in them kids' rooms taking advantage of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, I agree.
On that note, so what's the real solution here at the end of the day? I mean,
Will needs to check himself in before he really loses it.
Okay,
Will
so
has all the options to do some real damage, and this is the beginning. We need to stop looking at humble Will and look at the Will that's that's falling apart. This is when people need to be saying, "Hey, my brother, you need to go seek help."
Tanya was saying, we're going at this dude, Will. I'm not. This dude need to check in. This dude can go mentally ill.
So Black, we got your point. So you saying the same thing.
He needs to check in. He's going hard through something hard.
Let's close out now. Madness.
Mental health is a real thing. This path that Will is on is definitely going to create problems later on if it's not checked right now.
Yeah.
I do not feel like this version of Will is the role model that we as men need to be looking up to today. I'm saying today. In the sense of money, status, career, okay, he had a really good run. But the way he's carrying himself right now in these moments, he's going to hurt himself or he's going to hurt somebody else.
Mental illness, depression.
Okay.
Yeah.
T.
Yo.
I'm here. So your
okay.
conclusion.
Well, I agree with Madness. The same thing. He's a role model, and the way he's carrying himself is terrible. Because people look up to him, kids look up to him, and with him being like that is bad. And he need therapy, big time. He need therapy.
Checked in.
Okay. Sassy.
Oh, and one more thing. He needed to divorce Jada. That's it.
Sassy.
He's not gonna do that. T.
He's not gonna do that. But go ahead, Sassy.
Definitely something happened. Something happened. So yes.
Been happening.
He needs he needs some grounding.
Gil, I can happen. All right. Gil, go ahead.
I honestly think we need to deplatform all celebrities, and we need to stop worrying about them influencing us, and we need to worry about us influencing each other, because we affect each other more than what these celebrities do. These people are billionaires. They could come to Pompano, come to Deerfield, and build massive Wakandas everywhere, but they don't. They're selfish, they're egotistical, they're narcissists. We need to stop worrying about them and worry about us. That's what my thought is.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree with you on that. Aaliyah.
Nice. I'm with Gil.
Facts. Tanya, hopefully I'm gonna give her a couple of seconds to see if she pops back in.
With the narc?
Is she in the waiting room?
No, she's not. She's not in agreement. But going back to what Gil said, just to close out, see if she pops back in. But on that note, I do agree with that as far as for us. In this entertainment field, I've come across a lot of entertainers. Yeah. And I tell kids all the time, don't watch what they do.
We don't do that.
Because I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for a role model, go to your uncle, your aunts, your grandparents, your parents. Those are the role models. These people, they do what they do. If they're an actor, they act. If they're rappers, they're fraudulently writing things, and the life they live is not what you think it is. So I agree with you on that. We don't really need to focus on a lot of this stuff that these people are doing. Because at the end of the day, they're not doing nothing for us.
Yeah, where I'm from, we
So
don't do that shit.
the time that you need to spend is to just go ahead and just get your stuff situated, put back in your own community, and just keep that going. That's it. So at the end of the day, Tanya, hopefully I want to thank you for joining us. Gil, definitely. Yo, I would love to have you back on the show. Invitations open anytime.
Right, I'm ready. Let me know.
You know your family already. Matter of fact, yo, we're gonna do a man's cave situation. So I'm gonna hit you up on that and let's do it. Okay. Also, I get the information. We'll post it on the site also for your podcast as well. So let the people know one more time about the podcast before we close out, please.
You can find it anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's the Gil Podcast. That's GUIL Podcast. And yeah, check it out.
Most definitely.
Also, Madness and Tea. Tell us about your podcast.
You got it, Tia. You want me to take it, man?
Yeah, you go ahead. You got it.
All right. So, Tough Talk, for you all who don't know, is a show where we talk about tough topics with two tough hoes, two tough hosts. He hate when I say hoes.
You don't say hoes.
Again, if we can inspire, motivate, uplift, that's the whole point of it. You know, we've been doing a lot of collabs lately where we've been trying to just promote business, promote other shows. This is how we met with Gil, a couple other guys. That's pretty much it. Tough Talk Podcast, Tough Talk Podcast Miami. That's it. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, you name it. The link will be in the description.
And Black Republican, I definitely want to thank you for chiming in. You know, you family, you part of this team from day one. So it's always good. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's opinion. So let me just note this before we end. It may seem like we're always jumping back and forth. Aaliyah, you know it's nothing but love from us. You are strongly opinionated. We got Q, myself, Sassy, Black Republic. Everyone is a mixture in this pot, and it's never anything where for us it's a beef situation or oh man, did you hear what she said? It's never like that. We're just strongly opinionated people in general, but this is family at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when this is over, we all go to eat. We all go to chill. You know what I'm saying? So trust me when I tell you, ain't none of us worrying about no Jada and Will at the end of this conversation. You heard me? So at the end of the day,
let it go.
Huh?
She can't let it go.
Gloves on.
Nobody go yeast with you.
You know what I'm saying? But
she gotta light her candle.
She burning Jesus candles over there.
Gil got his candle. Aaliyah got her candle.
She's gonna do her woosa no. Woosa.
Hey, Gil, I'm telling you, part of this family right now. I'm telling you, you're already in. You're already in the family. So listen, I want to thank everyone for joining us, man. Like we said, entertainment, education at the end of the day. Hopefully, we've opened somebody's eye. Hopefully, we've entertained for tonight. So once again, every Friday night, live at the barbershop. You know where to find us, 9 p.m. every time. You ready to close us out, my man?
And for
Let's
our
do
viewers,
this.
man.
So our next topic we need to talk about raising children. We're
gonna talk about
parts 1 and 2.
That's what I'm currently on in my class right now. So I got you.
All right. We got that.
Lord. Hey, don't bring no 2020 university books. All right. The books ain't teaching.
I got you.
Hey, Blacks, you ain't been here for a minute. You want to close out on that one?
Yeah. Check us out on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Amazon Music, Audible, Podcaster, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio.
Yes, sir. You heard? So listen, man, everyone be safe. God bless. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the support. Please do go out and support both these podcasts, please. In Miami, Gil's podcast, Tough Talk podcast. Please support. Live at the barbershop. I'll see you next week. I'm out of here. Go out in the world and be somebody. God damn it. Do the damn thing.
Go out in the world and be somebody.